What's going on, YouTubers, and welcome to a special episode of the Wolves TV, episode number 4, as we're right now at the trade deadline. This is the winter trade deadline, and or I should say the transfer window. And there's 10 hours left here, and before we get to these final 10 hours of this transfer window, kind of want to give you guys an update on what's going on with us, the Wolves, and of course what's going on in the Premier League, and we may even take a look at what's going on in the world of soccer, like in MLS and the Bundesliga, and a couple other places around the world. Of course, there's Mateo, our guy that we recently just signed here to a deal, and he helped us defeat Manchester United there in that last episode 3-0. We move on now in the Europa Cup, as he did a great job there for us, and that was a really good game. Of course, we wanted in aggregate. We wanted 4-1 in aggregate, so that moves us on to the next round. We'll look at that here a little bit later in today's video. We'll also look at what else is going on here. Oh, there you see the coach Luis there, and looks like, yeah, he's very happy with his team's been playing here this season. There you see, after a frustrating draw in the first leg of the semifinals, Manchester City giving Wolverhampton motivation to overcome their opponents, and of course we won that game, and that 4-1 in aggregate. So it was really nice to see. Manchester United, I gotta tip your hat to them, especially Liverpool this season. They have given us a run for our money. We're done playing them in any competition, both in the Cup and I believe in, I don't know, they might still play them FA Cup. I believe, I'm not sure yet, but I'll have to take a look here and see. I'm hoping that we're done playing either one of those two teams this season. The road's not paved, in glory just yet, because we still have a tough road to go here with some other teams that would love to bring us down, for them to kind of continue on in the Premier League. Now, we'll go ahead, and I think we're going to take a look here. As you see here in the standings right now, we got Wolves first place right now, 65 points. They have a 3-point lead over Manchester City with 62. Liverpool's kind of fell some there. They've actually drew a couple games here as of late, and they are at 59 points in third place. Now remember, winner takes all in the Premier League, so whoever has the most points in the league wins the league championship. And of course, the top 5 teams you see there, will of course go into next year's championships league. So that's really cool. That'll be the first time doing that. And now, of course, we'll have that in season 2. Chelsea there in 4th place with 55 points. Manchester United at 5th place right there at 48 points. Then outside there, Everton with 46. West Ham with 45. Leicester City with 37. Arsenal with 37. Spurs with 35. Waterford, they're at 29, Brighton at 26, and then you see the rest of the teams there. Now the bottom 3, of course, will of course get relegated out of the Premier League, and we'll see who the top 3 teams are that could possibly be up here next season. But those are right now. If the season would end today, Aston Villa, Sheffield United, and Crystal Palace would be the 3 teams that would get booted out of the Premier League. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and let's look at the most appearances. Matt Doherty, there you see his most appearances this season. We'll see the goals here, and the most goals by Jimenez, right behind him. Actually tied with Jimenez is Montagu. Dundalker right behind him with 6. Jota, see his Catron and Neves there, and then of course Wayne Rooney made 2 goals here for us, and Mateo has made 2 goals for us this season. We'll look at our assist leaders here, and Jota, he's up there with 7 assists. Dundalker with 6, Jimenez with 5, Neves with 5, And then we'll see the clean sheets here for us. And Mbali, there you see he's done a great job there. 15 so far for him. Dodery with 14, Johnny with 14, and of course our goalkeeper with 14 this season. So nice job here defensively. We're doing a great job. I mean, we have given up goals. We're gonna have to give up something to take some pressure off us from time to time. But there you see, as for the yellow cards there, Neves has the most with 2, and then Jimenez with 1, Dundalk with 1, Johnny with 1, and Jota with 1. And as for red cards, thankfully enough, we have not gotten ourselves in any situation where we have players dealing with red cards, as nobody on the team has any. All right, so now we move on to player stats here in the Premier League, and then right now, the top goal leader right now is Zargo. He has 25 goals here. He has been leading this from the very start here. He scored several goals on us the last times we faced him in Premier League play, and I think that he'll continue going on with if somebody can catch up with him. I don't see Roberto catching up with him the way he's been playing right now. He's on a pretty good pace where he can just pretty much just be playing just to see how far he can get in goals this season. Felipe Anderson at 13. A couple other notable names. De Bruyne there at 12. For us, I don't see us at all. I don't think we have a guy with double digits yet. I think the closest is Manu. He has 8. So, like I said, it's been really tough for us to score, a lot of goals, but we have been scoring goals. It's kind of been spread around amongst the team, which is perfectly fine. That means it's right there showing us that we're a team. We're playing as a team. That's what we need. We don't necessarily have that. It'd be nice to have a guy that we can rely on that can score goals. But of course, when that happens, you have defense start focusing on him and really putting, a lot more pressure on that individual there. So it's kind of nice spreading the ball around here. But I wish there would be somebody there on our offensive side that would really just take over and do the work there and just be the guy to say, hey, I'm going to take over. I'm going to score the goals. If I'm open, give me the ball. Assist leaders right now, De Bruyne and of course, another Manchester City guy there. Actually got 2 of them there. De Bruyne has 10 for the season in 24 matches. We have Jota, who has 7, and then Dundalker with 6. Dundalker in 22 matches, and there you see Jota in 24 matches. Let's go ahead and check out the clean sheets here. So far, our guy has the most so far this season with 14 out of the 24 matches he's been in. So that means we've only given up. There was 10 times this season that we gave up a goal, which is a pretty good ratio there. So nice job there from him, and we're just hoping that we can keep it up here this season. As for yellow cards, there you see we don't really have anybody there in yellow cards leading that, or red cards this season. Red cards so far this season is pretty. There's at least one person per team, maybe not necessarily, maybe a couple, but at least one. There's been several here a lot of them just have one here this season. So everyone's pretty disciplined, playing pretty well there, and we'll see if that. Okay, so here you see in the finals for the Europa Cup, it's gonna be, of course, this is our domestic cup here in the country of England, and it's gonna be Wolverhampton versus Chelsea there. So this should be a good matchup there. As you take a look, these two teams are gonna be up. It's gonna be March 1st of this season. There you see the matchups previously there in the semifinals. Like I said, we beat Manchester City 3-0, but in aggregate 4-1. Chelsea defeated Leicester City 2-1. In aggregate, they beat them 3-1. So those two teams will, of course, move on to the next round here in the Europa Cup. So the winner of this will go ahead and go home and take this one and put it on their trophy case. Champions League right now the round of 16 is going on right now, and there you see a lot of the teams from Europe. This is basically all the European countries getting together, putting their champions into a big pool here. This is the round of 16. We'll take a look at the round of the group rounds here. Like I said, I don't know too much about it. We're not going to get into too much detail, but I just want to show you guys, for the ones that are out there interested in seeing what their favorite team is at, you guys can pause the video whenever you see your team there. But yeah, hopefully, if we could play well here, the end of this season, we can be invited to the Champions League here, and see if we can try to bring home this trophy. It'd be really nice to see us be able to do that here. There's the Europa Cup. There you see the round of 32. This is another tournament that we could possibly be a part of next season. And again, here's some more teams in this one, another European Cup that some point here we could possibly be a part of for next season if we happen to win or stay in the top 6 there here in the Premier League. The EFL Championship. Now, the top 3 teams here, of course, if they win, they will get called up to the Premier League. It looks like it's going to be Derby County, Nottingham Forest, and Cardiff City there that could possibly make it to the Premier League next season. Right now, there you see Derby County with 70 points, Nottingham Forest, there you see with 63 points, and then Cardiff City with 62 points. So good battle here. Of course, Bristol City's right in the hunt there, along with Huddersfield. And not to mention Leeds there and Fulham. So even Stoke City. So you got a pretty good race here right now. Things could really change. Right now, Derby County is the only team, at least for right now, is legit to get into the Premier League for next season. The League One teams there. And of course, the winners of this will get called up to the Champions League, and that's how they work their system here in England with the different teams they have here. Kind of get called up. Premier League is kind of like the Premier, the best of the best in the country there in England. League Two, there you see there. There you see some of the teams right there. Of course, the top 3 teams there will, of course, get called up, and the bottom 3 from League One will get called down. So there's some of the things you guys can check out there. Some pretty cool teams that I've noticed in this one. All right, let's take a look here at the MLS right now. Now, if you've been watching the series here, it doesn't really necessarily coincide, with at least in story it does, but in the game it does not. MLS, of course, Mateo Morales on the playoffs right now in his storyline. Now, let's pretend. Let's use our imagination, little boys and girls out there, and let's check out the MLS right now. Now, if he would have been in this series, we'll take a look. They have not even started yet, so yeah. They have not started the season yet. If you watch the Mateo Morales series, which has been back here, he's in the playoffs right now. I've just recently just finished up the last couple of episodes, and you'll see where his team is at in the playoffs and if they're doing well or not. So stay tuned for that. I'll leave a link up above of his series. So if you guys are new to the channel, you guys can definitely check it out. It's a fun series I'm playing here on the main channel, and it's been a lot of fun putting that together and kind of showing, at least telling his story of being a soccer player, young soccer player in the MLS. Okay, so we're gonna look at our youth academy here, and we're gonna look at our staff. And there's here our 3 guys that we've found, our 3 guys, our coaches here that they've been doing some really good scouting here. And there you see they're looking for different things here. We're looking for a playmaker, a winger, and defensive mind type of player. So we're going to go to this one first. He's from Norway. I'm not even going to try to say his name because I'll butcher it. But there you see this guy that he is looking at here. Charles Edwards, Owen Hill. Looks like a good player that we could possibly go after. Looks like he could be... looks like he could possibly be... Well, it looks like the only position he's going to be playing is the back, so he could be a center back there for us, a future one. He has a nice overall if it keeps up there, 95 through 90, 75 through 96 there. I can read, I promise you. Declan Lewis, Cameron Davies, another back there. Looks like a left back who is 5'8". His potential is anywhere from 76 overall to a 94, so that's really nice. We need some good defensive help there. Jay Cooper, another one, 75 overall to a 93 overall. Right now, his overall is looking at somewhere between 50 and 63, or excuse me, 62. So again, another good opportunity here to bring a nice back. Again, Archie Baker from London. These are players from London right now, or from England, I should say, that we're looking at here in our home country. And it looks like we're Archie Baker, potential of 67 to 91. So that's nice. That's nice. Morgan Hall, well, needs some work here, but still, we got a couple months before before we get more numbers from him until he's finished being scouted. Marcus Edwards, 69, anywhere from 69 to 94 potential. So he has some good numbers there for himself, and he looks like he could be a mid player to maybe some kind of back there for us. Owen Brown is another player with some pretty good potential there, between 75 and 94, and again, a back. Looks like a center back or a right back, or some kind of wing position, or some kind of center mid position there for him. And then Brandon Richardson, not too much for him, or Peter Bailey either. So those guys, but still, things can, with these players right here, these young players here, they can change at any time. And they're not fully scouted just yet. So once we get some more meat on the bone there and find out what they really can do by continue doing scouting and stuff like that, then we'll make some changes. And a lot of these guys who are got high potential can really after a while we can really find out that they're not as good as we thought they were. So things can really change there quickly. Trust me, I found some really good players, and once I found what their real potential was, like, ugh, why did I keep on hold on to you? All right, now we're going to go to our our scout here, who is from Greece, and he's actually found some pretty good players here for us that I've been recruiting here. Shane Murray, you see a nice player there. He's a potential wing type of position here that we're looking at. Pretty good, decent potential there. That he, if we get that potential up some, he definitely would be a guy that we could definitely sign there. Same thing with Aiden Mccall. He's another one of those good players there. Looks like a mid, left back or center mid there for our squad. John Mccall, he's getting close to being finished up, and and he's a winger, and we've been looking for some really natural wingers to help us out. Anywhere from 75 to a 91 potential there for him. Looks like his overall right there, somewhere in that sweet spot there of the hopefully it'll be at the upper 60s there for us. Move on down to Ian Wilson, and there you see his numbers there, 75 overall to a 93 overall, or I should say potential, not overall, but a potential overall. He's right now, his overall could be anywhere from 46 to a 56, and he looks like he is going to be another player that's going to be either a left or a right wing for us. Logan Scott looks like more of an offensive player, more of that, or he could be a potential midfielder. Potential overall is anywhere from 70 to 94, and I like his numbers so far here, and I'm just hoping that we'll get some more from him. He's only been scouted for the last 2 months, so we're hoping that things can turn around here for us, and we can bring some of these players in. Douglas Mccall, not a good, decent potential there, I guess you could say. I guess for MLS sakes, if this is the Sporting Kansas City series I have. But there you see his overall right now anywhere from 28 to 40, so he definitely he'd be a perfect fit in MLS right now. But again, numbers could change. These can drastically change at any time. And there you see he's more defensive back or some kind of midfielder there. Gordon Mccall, There you see here, anywhere from a 68 to a 90 potential. And his overall, he's more of an offensive player. Looks like a winger, possibly could be a striker, or he definitely could be a back of some kind, or excuse me, a mid of some kind there. So that's, you know, nice there to see. I think the position we're kind of looking at is around the midfield, and I believe winger. So he, you know, if he is a winger, that'd be really nice for us because we need those. We need some young wingers to help us out. But also too, we're also looking for some backs there. So like I said, we're gonna sign, you know, I would say probably the 2 or 3 guys that are decent wingers, and then 2 or 3 guys that are decent backs, because we need some of those. I believe in some of those positions there. If I'm staying correct, I might have to look at my notes. You know, I pull them up here on my computer. Shane Gray, another player there, a midfielder there. He could be attacking mid. He could be a defensive, you know, center back or whatever. But he also could be a center back. So, like I said, the sky's the limit. We're looking for the best players, and it looks like we're looking for wingers, midfielders, and backs for the most part here. So, and especially if they can play more than one position. That's even more helpful for us because we can swap guys out. You know, getting guys some playing time. They're not getting playing time in their primary position that they're in. Hey, you know, well, I can get you some time in this other position that you can, you know, you got potential in, good potential in there. And we can throw you in there also. So so far the players that we've been looking at so far have been looking very, very nice. Maximus now here. Last scout, he's in the United States right now. Wayne Clark, anywhere from an 80 to an 88 potential, and he's a guy that we look like we can probably bring him in because he is getting very close. He has just, we gotta get his power shot, see where his power shot is, and we can make a decision on where he's at there. He looks like he's a midfield type of player. So again, looks like he has some really good numbers there. And then we'll just see how things go with him in that situation. Let's go ahead and get to Walter Frazier, and there you see his numbers there. Pretty decent numbers there. Looks like he could be a center back or some kind of defensive center mid or a attacking center, you know, center attacking mid for us. Don't know really yet what he's doing. Colin Park, player there. He could be a CDM or CD or C8, CDM or C cam. That's what it is. Let's just put it that way. Try to quit spelling Rashad. A cam or a CDM. Don't know really what his is just yet because he does not have everything filled out just quite so. But again, another player that we can bring in. Jordan Godon there, and he has a really nice potential. He looks like he could be a future striker for us. 90, he's a 90 or 79 to a 94 overall. This kid could be our future if we can get some more numbers out of him. Looks like he's been looked at for like the last 4 months. So if we can get some more out of him and coaches can give us more information on him, I would love to sign him up very quickly. Right now we do have a little bit of a bottleneck in the striking position, but having him, he's only 15, so he wouldn't be ready necessarily to play because I think you have to be at least 16 to play professionally. But so he'll be there, you know, there for at least for a year, and then he could. I mean, imagine what we could do with him just in training alone, getting him ready to play in the Premier League. And then we got Lucas Smith, another 15-year-old. Parks, Gadon, and Smith are the 15-year-olds here in this, and also Tamale, he's also a 15-year-old. But Smith there, 64 to 86 overall potential. But he has gone to, he has actually transferred out of us, and he has now recently just signed, looks like with another club there. So we might have to take him off the list. Yeah, we're going to have to remove him. I did not know that. So he just transferred there. So unfortunately, we won't be able to sign him. So just more opportunity now for these guys to, get a chance to get on the team. There you see Anthony Tobley, 80 or 63 or a 62 to 84 potential overall there for him. Looks like he's an offensive type of player. And then we'll look at Pete Taylor, another great potential there, 68 to a 92. And it looks like he has just a couple months of recruiting so far, and a couple more months still yet to look at. And then Walter Morgan, potential not the greatest, so at some point here we may let him, his potential doesn't move up to, I say, the mid 70s on the high end there. We might end up just let him go, but there you see, 18 years of age. We, like I said, don't have too much on him. Not enough for us to feel comfortable to sign him. Of course, not all these guys got to be signed. But yeah, just his potential right now is just way too low for us to even, we may end up going ahead and just give him the old heave-ho and not even worry about recruiting him. So, all right. So look at our roster right now. We got the guys that we've normally been playing with here. We've been swapping guys out as much as we possibly can. Of course, getting guys a chance to play. Of course, Rooney and Mape here, they are coming in, and I'm going to try to set them up for them to be involved in big games. So games, any more games that we have this season, will probably be the guys that will probably end up, letting go. So yeah, it's gonna be, it's gonna be something that we have to definitely fight for and challenge. But yeah, it's gonna be. Like I said, I'm trying to do my best job of trying to rotate guys in and out, and so far it's worked out for us. In other ways, it has not. So, but yeah, there you see the rotation there that we're doing, and of course there you see some of the substitutes there. And like I said, we're gonna be Roddy of Rudy. Roddy, yeah, Roddy. Anyway, we're gonna give some guys some more playing time here as we get closer and closer throughout the season here to really keep guys freshen up, especially in some of these big games that we have to score some, make sure we don't drop points. If it gets down to the point where the other two teams, Liverpool, we started doing really bad, of course, take guys out, get them out of there. But if it starts getting closer and closer with Liverpool and Manchester City kind of boxing us in and stuff like that, then we'll definitely have to, there'll be some significant changes here. And I'll probably give guys that I normally wouldn't give time for on the pitch. Cottrell is one of those guys right there. I really do feel like that he could be something for us in the future. He's only 22 years of age, and another great striker that we have. He's actually helped us out of quite a few games here, especially when Jimenez was down for a couple of matches there. So yeah, he's definitely going to be a vital part for us there on the offensive side of the ball. And of course, we got some other guys here too. Phillips, another center defensive mid, and there you see some others there that we got on the ball club here. Matt Keith, he's the Scotsman that we got, and he is just a great winger. He's got a couple of good crosses there this past couple games there we had him in. He did a great job, and that's why he's playing as a sub right now for us. I believe, he can only play right wing. So, but yeah, like I said, we're gonna do our best here to just try to do a lot of rotation and help out. And of course, you see Mape, he's the striker. Of course, he can play also the right wing there. Just don't have any backups to the left wing position. That's troublesome because Jota, he needs some help over there. We got to give him some time to to reboot every once in a while. So yeah, he's definitely going to be having a tough time But we are looking for some left wingers there, so that's one of the things I am looking at to help us out in that especially in that area, because we are. But we could, we got the transfer window open right now, so we got a chance here to bring some guys in here. Speaking of the transfer windows, look at that right now. All right, so here are some of the transfer shortlist players that we got, and like I said, we have a few here, left wingers that we would love to bring in here to help us out. And like I said, this is just for some depth. We really need some depth in this position, and I have a few players in mind that I would like to go after here. We may actually go after some of them here in this video, but we'll take a look here and see who we actually go after. I do have a couple players in mind that I wouldn't mind bringing in here, but like I said, I mean, I don't want to go crazy. I kind of want to stay within a decent budget or something realistic, because this game can you can kind of cheese it to let it give you what you want. Now with Moppet, I could not believe I got that one. I think I may over anything. I may have probably overpaid to get him, but this is before he really. This is a season. Remember, we're still on. This is on 20, so this is before he really blew up that season, heading into when FIFA 21 came out. So he wasn't as his numbers wasn't as crazy as they were. Of course, now this season he's playing right now with Paris. Once we got sent offers that we got, so these are the guys that we've got so far in this transfer window. So not too big of a splash for the most part. I guess you could say Rooney and Moppy are big splashes. They're splashes enough, but like I said, just Rooney, I guarantee once he gets a Premier League championship, he'll probably retire on us. So I'm not really, he's kind of just here to help us out, and just as a kind of just a veteran that can play the game and help us out and try to help his the younger players like Jimenez and any other players we decide to bring in here to the Wolves. Let's go ahead and look at some of the receiving offers that we've gotten. And there you see Torre, 24 years of age. I've tried to be blocking offers here. Arsenal's instant and they're interested in loaning that player. I'm gonna have to say, no. I'm gonna have to reject that offer because we just don't have it. We just don't have the people that we need. No. I was gonna say we'll just keep them. There you see the blocked guys that we've blocked with, like we said, straight up no, not get rid of them. They're too young. Maybe in the season, when I guess Jota's probably like 25, 26, maybe we can let him go. And the same thing with him. But at the same time, always especially if we can have them go outside of England to play, that's fine. But if there's teams like Arsenal that we play against them, I am not giving up my player just the sole fact because they want him that bad. So okay, so I've been looking at the Francisco, and wrong one. Well, let's look at his numbers here. Predistant physical, jumping is not the best. Mental, composure's good. Vision. Let's look at his technical. Not too bad. And of course, he can play. He could be a backup to the right wing if we need to, for emergency reasons. He'd be placed over there. And then it sounds like that's AI or the CPU AI speed dribbler. So let's go ahead and let's approach him to sign. We'll delegate the sign. Let's see, $1,500, 15,500 pounds of wages. Let's delegate. Oh man, he's currently on loan with another club there, so he's off the table. So let's remove him for the short list. Okay, so that didn't work. Alright, so let's see here. His numbers here. He's young, he's 19. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just go for it. I'm just gonna go and just bring one of the guys up from the youth academy. That's what we're gonna do. Because I like the guys we have for the youth academy so far here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the latest news here. Of course, there you see from our club so far. We got a loan there from one of our players there, and of course Rooney and Mape. Phillips, Bennett's leaving us there. He's going there to Paderborn, FC Porto there for Bonini, and Cody. Of course, we got rid of him earlier in the season as he's moving on there to a new club. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's take a look here at well, actually, yeah, let's take a look at some of the deals here from around the world. So I haven't really seen any big crazy deals for anybody. Of course, like I said, I don't follow soccer very closely, especially internationally. You know, I look at the MLS closely, and then Premier League from time to time when I get a chance to sit down and try to watch it on the weekends. But let's see any big names that I am familiar with here. Son, he went from the Spurs to Manchester U, so he's going there. Wow, I could have sworn I thought I'd seen his name earlier. When I was looking at stats there. Okay, so that's interesting. What else? What else? Any other names there? So, you know, so far that one name that I've seen so far here make a big move there. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and advance that clock there. Here, and let's see what happens in this hour. Okay. And we're only going to stop it whenever we have some kind of email. So see if there's any shifts here in the MLS here with some players. So you see some of the players that have been moving around here that are getting, at least they're either leaving or coming in to the some of the Premier League teams. Alright, we're almost there. Okay, so let's go with another hour. 6 hours left now coming up. We got a total there, jeez. All that cash being just transferred between teams. Alright, we'll look at top deals here in just a bit. Oh, we got something in our email. It looks like transfer offer for Bali. And looks like, oh wow, no. So they're willing to, let's look at the transfer window here for us. And we might go ahead and get rid of him because we do have some younger players that we could definitely help us out and get some experience involved for them. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go back and let's look at that position there. So the center back position. So if we had him, he could be he can be a starter, and then we can get one of these guys. See who's the next center back. Kilman could come in as a reserve, or Johnson. Sanders, another guy there. So that's 3. 4 actually. If you the guy that's already playing is already the backup already. Well, you know what? I mean, how old is he? 28. So age-wise, we're not really gaining anything, but we are losing experience because he's 80. But I mean, that's not a bad line there. I mean, that's a pretty solid line there, that back line. Miranda just be the one that just be kind of weak link there. But I think with playing time and getting him involved a lot more, I think he'd do pretty well. He's been doing pretty well in training also. So, see, that's what I'm talking about. This is tough. Oh, and then I gotta look at my. All right, let's look at. Let's actually look at the youth academy. We don't have. Oh, we have him, but I don't think he can play. We bring him up. Because he's 17. Maxi, I can't wait to bring him up next season. He's gonna be a guy that's gonna be just. He's gonna be great for us. I think if I'm not saying, I think he can play left wing also too. So that's gonna be really nice. If not, then we'll make him a left winger. Well, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's make that transfer happen. So let's see what we can negotiate for Bali, and we'll delegate it. And okay, yeah, let's start with that. Yeah, just go with that. Just delegate with that. Let's tell our assistant manager that's what we're looking for. If they can get us that, then that's great. If not, we'll move on. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's see here. Oh, we got a player, we got a contract that we got to renew here. Alright, so not to worry about that. That's just a player that we have to try to re-sign at some point here. 3 hours left here, and nothing yet there. Let's look at the top deals so far here. That's what I've been wanting to look at here. Of course, so far this is the biggest deal right now that has been pulled off right now, and then of course Son is in second best. Oh man, he left Liverpool. Wow, that's a big name to leave in there. Also too, he's down there. He's playing with Ronaldo. Of course, Real Madrid making some splashes there with that crazy money they got there. Anything else? With some players here. Oh, Walker, he's left. He's down in Germany. So wow, Manchester City, what's going on there? He's 29. So, but yeah, he's leaving. He's got 40 million pounds now. Yes, he's going to Dortmund. Liverpool picked up a player. They picked up another one, older player. Jesus, he's left Manchester City, so he's going to Germany. He's going to I'm not even going to attempt on trying to say that name, but I know that's a German team. Ajax left to give up this guy here, going to Arsenal. What else? Let's see here. Looks like wow, some pretty good names here that I've noticed here. Some at least some recommend. Silva, he's leaving. He's a can. He's going to FC Barcelona. So wow, seems like Manchester City's kind of having a little bit of a fire sale with some of their players. Villa, there you see it from LAFC. He's going to Paris now. PSG. Okay, so some pretty good changes there for a lot of teams. All right, let's continue on now with the trade deadline here. With 1 hour left. Uh-oh, we got a message. We'll see who this is about, and looks like they have agreed. So we're gonna they're gonna pay the 13.7 pounds for Willy Bona, and that's nice. So unfortunately, we had to get rid of one of our good center backs here, and we'll go ahead and accept this offer. It sucks that we had to get rid of him, but it's just one of those things. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was one of those players that I said that and we'll go ahead and accept this offer on from and kind of get ready for the next part of his career, which, he's 28 years of age. He's been, a really good player for us this season, defensively there, but it just looks like we're just going to have to, we're going to have to move him and see what we can do, because like I said, I want to get those younger guys in there. I want to get that experience. We have a bit of a gap there in our center back position, but it's something that needs to be done. So I hate to see him go. So far, according to my records here, he's only bumped up only just one overall, starting this series off at 79 overall. So we'll have to see who can be the next person in line to of course take over the reins there and see what individual can who can take over that position there in that on that team. So all right, so that is over with. That means we'll have to check out our squad here, and of course that individual will be him, and then we'll move Johnson in that backup role. So now he'll have his opportunity now to play there and help out the squad. All right, so let's get to the final hour of this window, this transfer window here. We got 2 messages now. So there's someone making a late minute deal. About to find out here. So looks like okay, Youth Academy players here. They're telling us some updated stuff here. I gotta say, I think Nicholas Lee, I think we're gonna just go ahead and bring him up. So I need to make a mental note of that here. Because we need him. So we'll call him up. Where is he at on the list here? is it? Okay. Alright, so we'll just say, pretend like he just got called up. Because I don't have time to do it right now. Scouting reports here. Okay, so I just got this message here. It says that the talks for Willie Ballman move has broken down, and they couldn't come into a regional agreement as a result of. So he's not with that club. What happened? What happened there, dude? He must have turned it down. Yeah, he rejected it. So he is no longer he's still with us. Wow. Okay. Well, that went sideways. Glad okay, so maybe we won't bring up that Youth Academy player just quite yet up to the majors just quite yet. Because Willie says no, he's not leaving. So, and that's the thing. I mean, I should have forced it, but I'm not gonna force it. So I guess he's gonna be sticking around here for the club. I guess for the sake of just make sure he wants to help this team finish the season on the right foot here. So big ups to him. Thanks. So we will have him on our team. He's still as our center back there. I don't see what happened. I thought it was a pretty good deal for us. That's more cash for us in the end. So we can bring up some of those, sign some of these younger players. But yeah, that is it for this episode as we get ready to take on Manchester City. Manchester United. So we'll start that episode up. Should be coming up here in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that. We'll have that Man U game plus the Leicester City and Norwich game. Of course, we're going to have to do some serious moving some players around to make sure they're fit and ready to go there that week. During that time between the Leicester City and Norwich games. But yeah, we're getting to the nitty gritty here, guys. And so yeah, a lot of things are going to be changing. A lot of different things are going to be happening. But I think so far with the moves we've made, I think I really enjoyed it. And I really like what we've been doing. And we should have a good team here to finish it off and do well. So, but that is it for this episode of the Wolverhampton Wolves. I know it's a little bit of a long one there, but I wanted to kind of do a live com and then just show you guys in person what's going on with this. But yeah, we'll start the next half of the season here. We'll start the last 2 or 3 months left of the season, finish it up, and we'll see if we can try to win our first ever, or at least for Luis's sake here, his first ever Premier League title with a bit of a road. We got a road yet to go. Quite a few more games to play. Looks like we got 3, 4. That's a cup game. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. About 15 games left, possibly 16 with the FA Cup. So yeah. A lot of games still to be played here, and it's gonna take some time. So we'll kind of speed this series along here once we get closer and closer, especially once we got a good distance between us and the second place team. Then we'll start simming a lot more games and just go from there. But that is it. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series on the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. The links are down below in the description. Check us out on Patreon if you'd like to be a Patreon member. And that's a great way to be a part of this series. For any series that we have here that we have the subs on. But that is it for me. Stay tuned for more Wolverhampton Wolves career mode here on ESGNet. As always, Keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time.